Someone here says, hey Joyce, my husband doesn't talk to me, but I know of this woman who he talks to, and I've talked to her and she said she'll stop, but they're at it again. What should I do? Ooh, this is...
No, for that one, she needs to have a discussion with the husband, because that will lead, it starts emotionally and then it will get physically.
Yeah.
If you're married, honestly, be the safe space. And I'm not saying that your husbands talk to other women. It means the wives are not the safe space. Some men are just doing the wrong thing, to be honest with you. They get excited with a strange woman. So I think this is the time. Don't even waste your time with a woman. By the time the woman was talking to your husband, she knew it was your husband. So it's like telling a thief, don't steal. No. Deal with the man. Yes. And if you don't, it's going to get physical.
Yeah.
Yes.
And especially because of what you're saying, like, a man may open up once in 10 years.
Yes.
So that emotional cheating for a guy, like this opening up to that other woman, like is so powerful.
It's one of the most powerful things. Let me tell every woman today, when your man finds comfort in another woman, even if they have not slept together, that is so powerful, negatively so. So you just need to talk to your husband, because you're talking to the woman, you're stabbing the wrong person. Talk to your husband, face it and say, this has to stop. There comes a time as a woman, you have to put your foot down, because you're saving your relationship, you're saving your marriage, and you're saving your generation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, okay. Let me get to some more questions here then. Hey, Joyce. Okay, there's a lot of questions about men keeping things to themselves, and he says he's okay when it's clear he's disturbed. Again, is this just about back off?
Yes.
But
when you see it getting too much, please talk. Just try and use your grace as a woman. My husband, I love you, and whatever you're going through, I'm willing to listen. Because if you also wait for too long, you may get a suicide note in the evening.
Someone here saying, I've been in marriage for 3 years and I haven't understood the man I love so much. Very secretive, and when confronted, like, they just wanna lipuka. So this secretiveness, what is that?
They don't want to show their vulnerability sometimes. Sometimes maybe it's just a person who's doing some crazy things they don't want you to know, but it's vulnerability. Can I trust you? And I'm glad she says, the man I love. Stick it out, Don't walk away.
Yeah.
Some of us, we lost marriages very early, and I want to tell everybody, it's the worst thing. Divorce is like a death. Stick it out. If you move out, you'll get another man who will be more secretive than Mossad.
Yeah.
So it's just better the devil,
Oh dear. Than Mossad. All right.
Yeah.
Hey Joyce, say hi to Robert. For me, my husband started abusing me physically and verbally. It started immediately after our wedding. That is, anyway.
Wow.
And he says he once told me that he always gets that way because of his bad childhood experience. He's really bitter about it. Please advise, because I don't want my marriage to fail.
Okay. Now, if he did that as soon as they got married, I can bet my bottom dollar the telltale signs were there. But the problem with love, when the red flags are up, they look purple because of love. If he did it as soon as they got married, if she thinks back, the telltale signs were there. And no man, or woman for that matter, should physically abuse somebody and justify it by saying, this is how I grew up.
Yeah.
The man is over 18, you must master your emotions. What I'd advise, if it's still going on, yes, you don't want to lose your marriage, but in that you lose your life. If you're not careful, you'll get permanently damaged. So you can't separate. If you see it getting worse by the day, you can separate, not divorce. Separate, bring your families together, bring your religious leaders, bring counselors, professionals, because you will save your marriage, but your coffin is being prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone else here is bringing out another side of an issue, which goes back to fatherhood. And I think a lot of us have seen on social media, you have a very close relationship with your own daughter.
The most beautiful girl in Eastern Central Africa.
Ish, sawa, coach, sawa, tumesikia. You were like waiting, you were waiting
I'm
to tell
telling you,
me.
that was a punchline.
But someone here says, hey Joyce, please tell Burale to help me because I come from a single parent family. And while growing up, my father, who happened to be very influential in the neighborhood, was very successful, and being the chief then again very influential. He had connections all over, and she says to cut this, or he or she says to cut the story short, he was to help her get employed at a certain company, but he left the papers in one of the hotels and then continued lying that he had actually delivered the papers to the MD. And she's saying, I hate him with a passion because he secured employment for so many other people. And obviously, they'd say, I'm the man's child.
Right.
Like, you'd think there'd be a priority there. So I want you to talk about people, because there's a lot of people who are dealing with various daddy issues, and it translates into everything else.
Right.
Their workplace, their relationships, marriages, even their own children.
I think the first thing is to forgive your father, because not forgiving is like drinking poison and expecting somebody else to die.
Yeah.
You understand? And if it's not happening, if she's of she can get a job, it means she's of good age. Just tell her to try and get jobs by herself or use other people, because this disappointment will hurt her and have far-reaching repercussions going on forward. So what she needs to do is meet the father, tell the father, listen, Dad, I know you forgot these things somewhere, because maybe the father is like, oh my goodness, I forgot these things, I don't want to disappoint my son or my daughter.
Yeah.
So just face and say, Dad, it's okay, I know you forgot, there's too much pressure, that's why you have to tell me you gave it and you didn't. I forgive you, but please next time just be honest with me.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Okay.
It will heal the man, it will heal him or her, whoever that
Yeah.
is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I want us to talk about cheating, because there's 2 SMSs here which say this. Hey Joyce, watching from KBU. Some men say if he cheats on you, you'll never find out because he loves and respects you. And so it's almost like by not finding out, or him not rubbing it in your face, it's some awkward symbol of love and respect. And then another says, kindly ask him what to do, because my husband has a strange woman who is pregnant and we did a holy wedding. So men and cheating, the whole sponsor culture, the whole polygamy, I feel like it's not like back in the day where
Right.
now you formally marry and bring them into your homestead.
Yeah.
But, we see guys with openly, like multiple women.
Right.
And a lot of women are frustrated about this, Robert.
I blame both men and women, because the man is cheating with another woman.
That's right.
So women have become also the worst enemies. And I'll tell the lady something right now. The chances are very high that if your man is cheating on you, look at your 4 closest friends.
Ouch.
Yes. I tell you that without batting an eyelid or without fear of contradiction. The person who is most dangerous is the one you trust, is the one you run to and say, these are the issues I'm going through, is the one who befriends you to cover up what she's doing with your husband. Not always, but in most cases, yes. And I've had the privilege of speaking to many people who are like, I can't believe she did this to me. I can't believe he did this to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? You just promoted a parking lot friend to your bedroom friend.
Oh,
so just know
my
what to
dear.
do. You understand? And sometimes women are your own worst enemies, because you go and advertise your husband for free to your friends. and men cheating. For somebody to say he loves and respects me, that's why he keeps it away from me. The fact that a man cheats on you does not love you, does not respect you. There comes a time you have to put your foot down. In this day and age, there are diseases. And the worst thing is you're working with your husband or your wife, and the people who are sleeping with you are there saying, oh, you look good together. That is mockery of the highest level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Protect your home.
Hey.
The moment you bring in 2, 3 other people, you're in a coalition government.
This coalition government thing seems to be a lot, because now there's a lot of questions coming in about cheating, other women getting pregnant. I'm just going to read 3 of them, and
Right.
then you'll
Okay.
respond collectively. Hey Joyce, I found my husband of 3 years in bed with another woman last night. Oh dear. Okay. He got really mad and akanichapa. What? We have an 8-month-old, and as at now I'm lost and don't know what to do. Please help. That's one SMS. Another says, hey Joyce, my husband cheated on me, but I acted as if I knew nothing, and he broke up with the girl. But she's already pregnant and they are communicating, and I'm afraid of them getting together. What should I do? Another says, what if a lady claims herself with a matter of jealousy, that you have gotten another wife there behind? How can I convince her in order to live our normal way of life? So maybe he's saying that his wife is suspicious of him, that he has another wife. How can he convince her so that they can live their normal life.
Okay, number one, the one who said that the husband was cheating and she acted as if nothing was happening, that is somebody who does not value herself. You cannot condone somebody's misbehavior by trying to act like nothing happened. Something happened.
Yeah.
And, oh, I'm scared because she's pregnant. Yeah, the fact that you acted like nothing happened, you allowed that to go on.
Yeah,
You understand? When you don't deal with the snake, you'll deal with the dragon at the end. So she needs to deal with the issue. The one who found the husband cheating and was physically abused needs to leave and sort those issues. Take your
Like, how rude.
Yes,
like, she found him in bed.
Take your 8-month-old baby and go home until you sort those issues out, because even these kids, as much as they're that young, the toxic environment affects them going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Coach, I still have so many questions to get to. Unfortunately, my time is also running out. Yes.